My wife wanted to go on vacation, but I wanted a staycation. So we compromised and had an altercation. My dad always used to say the same thing every time we ate at a restaurant when on vacation. When the waiter asks, "Are you finished?" "No, we're Swedish." My wife asked me to plan a cruise for our vacation. When I did, she said that I picked the wrong ocean. She should have been Pacific in her instructions. Yesterday I bought a world map, then gave my wife a dart and said, "Throw this, and wherever it lands, I'll take you on a 3-week vacation for your birthday." It turns out we're spending 3 weeks behind the couch. My sister is going to transition to a man when she gets back from her vacation. She's abroad at the moment. Telling your suitcase there's no vacation this year is tough. Emotional baggage is the worst. My wife said we need to cut back our travel spending. So I went on vacation without her and saved 50%. Where do math teachers go on vacation? Times Square. Where do small mammals go on vacation? Amsterdam. When we're on vacation, I'll stop at random hotel doors and say stuff like, "You're strong. You're solid." And most importantly, you give every guest the perfect preview of who's knocking. My wife's like, "Ugh. Why the hell do you always do this?" I remind her, "Babe, you know I'm a people pleaser." Why don't mummies take vacations? They can't unwind. A man called an airline to reserve a flight for his vacation. On the phone, the airline employee asked him how many passengers are flying with you. The man replied, "How should I know? It's your plane." I asked my grandfather to make the same sound as a frog. He did, and then he asked me why. I said, "Because Mom said when Grandpa croaks we're all going on vacation." Lost on my vacation in Africa, I asked a local how far to the nearest hotel. All he said was a couple clicks. My kids wanted to spend the whole day of our vacation shopping, which I don't understand at all. If you've seen one shopping center, you've seen them all. What's an egg's favorite vacation spot? New York City. What do you call a snowman who vacations in the tropics? A puddle. My neighbor asked me to take care of his fish while he's on vacation. I told him they'd be in good hands. Unfortunately, that's what killed them. Where do beekeepers stay on vacation? Airbnb. Why did the watch go on vacation? To unwind. When I was on vacation in Barcelona, I was surprised to find that the hotel had an in-house doctor. I asked him about his job, and he said no one expects the Spanish physician. More dad jokes are coming up after this quick break. What kind of luggage does a hungry vulture take on vacation? A carry-on. While on vacation, I forgot my travel deodorant. I asked my wife if I could borrow hers. It could be our little secret. A coworker just called me while I'm on vacation, and he said he wanted to change his name to Spinal Column. Since I was on vacation, I told him I am a little busy right now. I'll just call you back. When fishes go on vacation, which country is their preferred choice? Finland. I booked a hotel for vacation. I'm not sure about it. I have reservations. What's a penguin's least favorite vacation destination? Wales. What did the llama say before his vacation? Alpaca bag. Where do nomads go on vacation? Rome. You know what eggs Benedicts do for vacations? They go on hollandaise. Where do vegetables go on vacation? Oklahoma. What's a vacation you go on to meditate? A medication. My wife and kids were very forthcoming when I said I'd like a family holiday. I'm glad they understand how much I need a break from them. Why don't therapists go on holidays? It's a lot to unpack. I once took a holiday to the North Pole. It was great while I was there, but after that my holiday just went south. During the holidays, let's take a moment to think about the waitstaff on cruise ships. Never forget these uniformed men and women serving overseas. Work asked me to dial into a call while I'm taking time off for the school holidays. My wife asked, what would they do if I was abroad? Hopefully nothing different, I said, because that would be sex discrimination. My wife said that our relationship is like a holiday. No, wait, that's not it. She said it was her last resort. My friend turned into an ice cream cone whilst on holiday. He's been away for so long now. My wife and I are planning a trip to San Francisco to finally fulfill my lifelong dream of seeing the Golden Gate in person. She asked me, what are you going to do when you see it? I said, let's cross that bridge when we get there. My wife and I took a 1,000-mile road trip to see our family. My uncle asked us if we took turns driving on the way up. I replied, yeah. It was too hard to get here in a straight line. On a road trip with my dad. When a bug splatters on the windshield, he always says, I bet it doesn't have the guts to do that again. What do you get when you mix birth control with LSD? A trip with no kids. What did Axl Rose keep asking Slash on their road trip? Where do we go now? I'm Montgomery Jones. We're on a mission to spread the laughs and groans far and wide, so please do us a favor and share just one of these jokes with your family and friends today. Thanks. Looking for more dad joke humor to share? Then subscribe to our new weekly email newsletter. It's our weekly roundup of the best dad jokes, memes, and humor for you to enjoy. Spread the laughs and groans and sign up today. Check the sign up link in the show notes page or visit dailydadjokespodcast.com. The Daily Dad Jokes Podcast is produced by Classic Studios. See the show notes page for social media links and joke credits. This show was recorded in front of a canned studio audience.